Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game and we are returning to Rule the Waves 2. We are trying to bring in our forces towards a little bit from Europe towards the northeast coast to really bring forward our attack on Nova Scotia. At the same time we are trying to protect the Mediterranean against the attack by especially the Italians over here, so that is something that we do need to do. In the meantime, I thought a little bit about this and I think I want to scrap the constructed Tunis over here. It's going to give us very little money, but it's going to free up some cash flow to deal with a couple of things, so I think that's going to be alright. So yeah, let's go ahead here and see what is going to happen. Ooh, French dive bomber. Good to know about that. Also interesting to see the Italian fighter. Firepower 12, that's not enormously much, but certainly nice to see. Gradual improvement of armor quality. AP penetration, that's alright. Combat air patrol, lovely to see. New bomber prototypes are ready, so that's also very, very good to see. So that's 5 years of development showing off here. So we have... Oh, this is interesting. So all of these guys do have a heavy bomb load. That seems to be, well, it is larger than this one, so that's okay. Maneuverability is just generally better, firepower is better, toughness is somewhat better. The range though. So let's have a look at the range. I think the range is fantastic on all of these guys actually. And the bomb load is equivalent on all of these and it's better than what we currently have. So you know what? I think this is fantastic. Which one do we want to take then? I think something with a little bit better toughness might be better suited for our needs. So maybe this guy over here. Slightly less maneuverability, but it doesn't... Well, do we? Maybe go for a little bit better maneuverability. It's only 1 point less of toughness. It has extremely good range, very good maneuverability, and you know what? I think we're going to go with the Douglas Hawk, and that's going to be fantastic. We're losing a destroyer over here, and we have an invasion battle, interesting, on Nova Scotia, so that is certainly a battle that we do want to fight. The British do not actually seem to care, and we have a battleship engagement off the coast of Tunisia, although... It's just a general battle in support of land combat. Right, the interesting thing is the Italians don't really have that much over there, so that is interesting. Okay, so we are now fighting in both of these regions. Interestingly enough, the Italians are challenging us over here on the North American East Coast, and not so much down here, so that's interesting to see. Ships in service, anything that we should be concerned about? All of you guys are on trade protection, you on the Mediterranean, you're being repaired, that's okay. Got a couple of our destroyers on foreign station, which I really don't like to see, but I guess that's alright. And I guess we can resume the construction of the Ranger class over here, since we are losing only a little bit of money, and soon we're going to get a couple of new corvettes, so that's great. But I think we should maybe look at our air groups, and specifically on the east coast. So here we've got medium bombers. Can we in fact maybe build new bases over here, more air bases? Maybe around Boston? Is that in fact possible? Build fortification, build an air base. Build an air base in eastern US, yeah, that's fine. Let's say in Boston, I think that's going to be fine. Yeah, so that is being built. Other than that though, our air groups seem to be doing alright. We've got more potential in Tsingtao. We don't really need to fulfill that. Tunis itself does have some fighters now. They're being built up, so that's okay too. Let's see. 6-inch coastal batteries in Norway. That does not look like 6-inch coastal batteries, so that's a normal thing. 3 corvettes are commissioned. That's nice to see. Electronic gunnery computer. Stolen. Don't really like the tensions with Germany going up at this moment, but not much that we can do. We are gaining a couple of points for blockading the Italians. Still a lot of Italians in this area. Apparently no battle this time, interestingly enough. Yeah, and we're building all of these guys soon, so that's going to be very nice. Our forces have taken Nova Scotia, and the airbase in the eastern US has been built up. So that's nice to see. We're not going to copy from Philadelphia. We've got 7 more corvettes. That's very nice to see. And we should not get them lightly. Appease. we gain a lot of territory. It's not that much actually. We're only getting 6 points here, even though we have a very, very high margin in terms of victory points. So of course I would like to get, Gibraltar would be nice, but I would like to get something in our home territory, and that would be where? I think it's New Brunswick. New Brunswick and Bermuda. Let's take these two. Our budget is being decreased dramatically, but yeah, so our home area is now purely American, so no British interference here anymore. That's pretty fantastic and pretty good for us, so I very much love to see that. But yeah, our budget just tanked. We are down to a loss of 5 million, so that is certainly something to be concerned about. So first of all, of course, we're going to evacuate all of our people from the Mediterranean. We're going to move all of these guys back towards the east coast, just to get our forces correct. You guys are all on foreign stations? Yes, you are. So that is something that I can work with. Although, to be honest, I would actually like to put you towards the active fleet, and likewise move you towards the eastern seaboard, no, the east coast. East coast, east coast, east coast. You are on foreign station, that's alright. You are, in fact, a colonial class ship. We've got the Tunis, you are fine. And then we've got this Flusser class. Let's put you towards active fleet, and let's move you towards the east coast as well, and I think that's going to be alright. Yeah, and then I'm going to take the San Francisco class ships. So that should be the San Francisco and the San Jose, no sorry, the San Antonio and the San Jose. And you guys are going to be put on, oh, you know what, we're going to take the Raleighs for now, and we're going to put you guys into foreign station service for now. That should be enough, I think. Right. All of these corvettes, you guys can all go to reserve. Ooh, that's a couple of destroyers as well. All of these corvettes, you guys are all reserve. It's a little bit weird. Okay, so class and then type, yeah, that should sort it a little bit more naturally. Good, that's saving some money, but not that much actually. So we've also got these hull class destroyers. They are, what? They're sort of our oldest class, aren't they? Well, alright then. Okay, let's... Have they changed something about the ordering? Interesting. Alright, so, yeah, you're going to also be reserve. That should be okay. Again, saving some money. Then we've got the couple of Flosser classes here. These are slightly older. Okay, so we're going to go by displacement and then type. Does that work? Yeah, so now the hull class, the oldest one, then the Flosser, and then the Reed. You know what? I want to do it differently actually. Displacement and then type. So yeah, now we've got the most modern ones, the Reed class on top, then the Flosser class, and then the hull class. Is very good. Yeah, I enjoy that much more. Right, and then we've got you guys here on the east coast of the Flosser class. You can very much go to reserve as well. It's going to be alright. Yeah, but the really big bugs are on the battleships. Funny that you're much less expensive than ones that are currently in the Mediterranean. Well, I don't want to put any of you guys in reserve though, so we're gonna have to see really. And the light carriers, you can go to mothballed, I guess. Yeah, and then we're gonna have to see. Right, we're still losing a lot of money, but I think we're going to be fine. Trouble finding out improved autoloader, better combat effectiveness, that's good. We should increase tensions so that we are getting more money. And again, you guys don't really need to stress yourself out too much. You can actually take the Kingfishers here and put you into mothballed status. I think I want to drive up the tensions with Japan and maybe Italy. We can leave the spying on the other guys low for the moment. I think good. Very nice. So that does leave a lot of these guys here on the east coast in various states. So the hull class, Getting your reserve. Maybe we should even put you into mothball. So with a little bit more money, that's okay. You being mothballed. All of the Raleigh classes are on foreign station, that's okay. Then we've got all of the Tunis classes. In the Oslo, we should also put a foreign station. And we've got the East, these guys here, the San Jose and San Francisco. You're our best light cruiser, so I want to keep you around for the moment. Then we have various guys here on the East Coast who are in active status. You can also go to reserve. And a couple of you guys are still on foreign stations. I think I would like to put you into active fleet. And move these ships towards the East Coast. Likewise, you guys here are going to go for the East Coast. We're going to be put in reserve. Right, still building a couple of ships, so we might be fine with our money. 5 more corvettes, so that's okay. More publicity, that's good. Hull construction, lovely. And baffled by autoloader. Blind fire, okay. Fire control radar too, that's interesting. Nope, still an upgrade there. Nope, since we are not at war, I don't want to do this. Japanese fighters are faster than our fighters, interesting. New bomber is ready for operational services, and we are making money, so that's great. Nevertheless, I do want to get these guys here and grab them towards reserve. You don't really need to work yourself up for now. Good. Another ship, 18-inch guns. We're not going to use those ever. They're way, way, way too big. So yeah, no need for that. And come on, some of these destroyers are on the East Coast and are in active status. So that's you. All of these Plaza classes basically. You're going to all be put into reserve. Yeah, that's fine. We're making some money here. We are getting a lot of these ships. I think the Santa Ana, we are going to rename the ship towards the San Francisco. The original San Francisco was lost in a torpedo attack. Sorry, Cisco, there we go. The original San Francisco was lost in a torpedo attack, so I think it's nice to build a new ship to that name, and that should be fine. Political murder, yes. Increased tensions with whomever. 2 million, right, lovely. So as tensions go up, of course, we are earning more money, and that's fantastic. So we have some money in the bank. So I would like to have a look at the Tunis design. This is our colonial cruiser, so it's marked for colonial service, and that means the tonnage on foreign station is going to be a little bit higher. That's great. We're going to put in an autoloader here. I think we can completely drop the secondary guns. We can clear all of these torpedo mounts. We can add a central swivel line torpedo mount. I think we are capable of doing this. So let's check whether that is legal. It is. And you know what? Let's take this funnel over here. Move it slightly backwards so that's not looking quite as awkward. Right, that's pretty fantastic. Let's bring it down to 6,000. That does work for now. Should definitely do more AA stuff over here. So if we can bring this up, this certainly should be done. Let's go 8 here. And then maybe, yeah, 20 there. Yeah, I think that's fine. And you know what, you don't really need mines. We haven't really been using mines too aggressively, so I think that's fine. And this is a fairly cheap ship, but it does have some capabilities in terms of fighting. It does have some AA positions and all of that, so I think that is good enough. Slightly overweight. But do we really need seaplanes? I think we can drop this. Yeah, so some weight. This is an all okay design. We do have it's fairly cheap because we are getting very little over here, so that's fine. We should name it after a colony. So yeah, you know what? Let's give it the Norway. Let's simply call it Norway class. Right, some weight remaining. We could do a little bit more over here maybe. I don't think that's really required. Turret top, maybe 2. Yeah, so that at least they are safe against splinters. You know what, let's do this. Yes, thank you. Gradual accuracy improvement, lovely to see. Yeah, let's go to the build screen. Let's build 2 of these guys. The Norway and something else. The Norway and the Olympia. What colonies do we have? I think in Europe we only have Norway. Yeah, so we could call it the Philippines, maybe. So it's just slightly different naming scheme. Although I think we have lost the Stavanger. No, we've got the Oslo, we have got the Stavanger. Okay, so this is actually closer to the Tunis class. Right, so Oslo, Stavanger, you know what, let's call it Bergen. Right, there we go. Yeah, fantastic. Losing some money, but it's not too much. And yeah, we are finishing up some of these ships, so that's fine. San Diego, San Bernardino, some benefits over here. New Italian fighter. Let's look at the aircraft types actually. So our oldest guys are actually our torpedo bombers. We should potentially get an upgrade then on our torpedo bombers. So let's request a new proposal for torpedo bomber. First priority I think should be range, and the second one should be speed maybe. Okay, let's go for range second and speed first. And let's see what's going to come out of that. Wolfpack tactics, submarine effectiveness, we are not really using that, so that's great. 3-tiered air defense parameter, increases combat air patrol and AA effectiveness, lovely to see. No. German torpedo bomber, that's alright. Faster, okay. We are making a substantial amount of money over here, and I'm thinking whether we should be building a second Ranger class. We could also look at our destroyers, because we've been suffering some severe anti-submarine damages, so let's open this design over here and see whether we can do any upgrades. So you have pretty large caliber guns, and they are good for anti-air duty, so that's nice to see. Could we do better guns with an autoloader? No. 2,600 tons. Well, we could do 2,600. Outside of a DD. Must be below 26,000. Okay, so we can only go for caliber 5 guns, and they can't carry autoloaders. You do have a lot of torpedoes, but other than that, you're a very good anti-submarine warfare platform, but we can't really build this any better than it currently is. So you know what, let's simply build it as is, because why not? Okay, show all the designs. We do need a destroyer. And that's going to be the Reed class. There we go. How many of these should we build? Let's say another 4. I think that's fine. Yeah, we're still making money, so that's good, I think. And pretty fantastic. Right, actually the Saratoga, it was a 26 knot ship. Is this a rebuild ship? No, it must be purpose build. Otherwise I would not have gone through the through all of these changes. Do we maybe want to get rid of these things? They are considered obsolete anyway. So we could rebuild them. They've got catapults, but you know what, other than that they seem to be a little bit of a drain on us. They're they're really not good in anti-submarine warfare platform. They're slow. Okay, so we're gonna scrap these guys, but of course before we do that, let's actually put all of these guys here to reserve. Oh, we don't actually need to do this. Okay, you know what, these guys here, the poor ones, we're gonna disband. So that's fine, and these guys here can be scrapped. Okay, so gaining some money. We've also got the colon. I don't think this is a design that we want to keep going forward. No. You have worse quality guns. You know what this is? This is something that we do need to scrap. Yeah, tonnage on foreign station is still fine. But yeah, we are getting a little bit of a cleaner setup overall. So yeah, happy with this. San Francisco, San Angelo, lovely, lovely, lovely. Reduce torpedo mount weight, also nice to see. That does allow us to do some more things with our San Francisco classes, potentially. So if we were to rebuild this at this point, we'd be having 100-ton less requirements. We could also put this into... No, we can't. I think the limit is 7,000 tons for a center line swivel mount. So yeah, no. Commission, finishing up, nice. Variable pitch propellers, so... Yeah, so... Very lovely actually. So I think we can actually, not design, just build another ship, build another of the Bergen class, of the Norway class. Yeah, I think that's fine. Random name. Baltimore, shouldn't be called Baltimore, should be called after colony. It is a colony ship. Let's actually go for Hamilton. There we go. Hamilton. That's fine. Good. Yeah, we have so much money. Let's build a ship. Let's build a Ranger class. Suggest a name, Enterprise. I love it. 2 years. But these are very good ships. German. Ooh, German's offering to sell us something. Modern quadruple... yes, sure. We are going to buy that. Improves medium AA effectiveness. Sure, gonna use that. Improves range for cruisers. Very good. But does that mean if I were to open this design, could I redesign it and get more bang for the buck? I'm not sure. Well, let's see. San Francisco finishing working up. Okay. Improved model of the medium bomber. That's nice. Slightly better speed. A lot better range. Significantly better range actually. Good. Average reliability. Shouldn't we be getting proposals? Seem to have been caught in Japan. Let's dial up the tensions here. Japan. That's nice to see. Battle naval guns. We don't really need this. Tsingtao we'll have to reinforce at some point in the very near future, I think. Right. So yeah, a lot of very good light cruisers over here. So this is by now by far our best light cruiser design. Actually, it's cheaper than the Raleigh class. It has less guns, but these guns are dual purpose, and I think they are even dual purpose quick firing guns, right? Well, they don't have autoloaders. Who do we want to do this then? What can we do? What should we be doing here? So the San Francisco autoloaders, put autoloaders on here. That does increase the weight by a significant proportion. So probably not worthwhile. Still, it has pretty much the same number of guns, but these are at least dual purpose. And I think these here are not, because they were simply not able to design that in mounts of 3 per turret. So yeah, some unexpected advances, but it's rather unspecific. British is buying something. No, we don't want to sell that. We're just in war against the United Kingdom. Balkan nations. It's no doubt the work of Japan in the Balkan nations. Circular AA screen. So enabled circular screens and improves AA effectiveness. Allows battleships to screen carriers. Interesting. So Japan tensions are going up. That's lovely to see. Because I think that means we should take these carriers here, the Lubang and Yorktown classes, and we're going to move these ships towards the west coast. Or better yet, towards the Philippines. So let's actually move them towards Philippines. Where would that be? Indian Ocean, Southeast Asia. There we go. And we're also going to take our battle cruisers. Southeast Asia, there we go. And then we should take some of our good destroyers, I believe. So that's the Reed class. And at least 4 San Franciscos. Should we get one more maybe, just to have an even number? move all of these ships towards Southeast Asia. Well, yeah, let's build one more San Francisco. Yeah, Chicago. I'm going to rename that in between episodes. That's fine. Good. We're going to keep that. Accuracy improvement is very nice to see. And we've got the new torpedo bombers. 7 years since the last ones. Better payload, definitively. Torpedoes, I'm not sure what this M means. But it must mean it's capable of carrying that. Toughness is basically the same. Range is somewhat different and speed is somewhat different. This one seems to have the best speed and the best range. Good maneuverability, not the best, but good. I'm going to take it. Martin Privateer. Lovely. And what else have we got in terms of aircraft types? We haven't got an upgrade on the float plane scouts, and we could think about upgrades on our dive bombers as well. Don't think we have that many float plane scouts anymore. So maybe request a new proposal for the torpedo bomb. For the dive bomber then. Torpedo bomber, of course, we just got. Dive bomber. Let's say payload, bomb load, and speed. I think speed is an underrated measure because it allows you to hit the enemy faster than they are hitting you when you have spotted each other at the same time. Nope, we are keeping our knowledge to ourselves. Airdrop torpedoes will run patterns. Lovely. That's very good. That's an extremely good one. Enables early SAM mounts. Ooh. Let's see whether we can redesign our ships for that. I've never seen that. So missiles. Missile launchers. Early SAM mounts. Is that surface based, like ship based, or is that something that is? Build, expand this naval base? No. We should probably improve the naval bases in the Philippines. Yeah, we have the money. And let's expand the air base as well. Right, let's see, SAM base. So let's suppose here in Norway. Can we build fortifications SAM? No, I don't see it. Only SAM enables SAM mounts. Or is it something else in ships? Is it like turret? Interesting question. So when this design, can I add a turret? No. No. Future use, catapults, torpedoes, anti-air, K-guns. No, I don't see it. It's not some weird just caliber restriction, no. Weird. Alright, so yeah, now we do have some time. Rangers Commission, that's lovely. Political murder in the Balkans. Let's increase tensions here and see what's going to happen. No, I don't want to do it now. No, and all of these things. So, the Soviets, that'd be an interesting war. So we would be capable of... Could launch... we are just not able to launch anything in the Russian Far East on Kamchatka. But that would certainly make for some very interesting battles in the Baltic Sea. So that's somewhat scary. But yeah, I think this is a good place to put in a cut. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope you enjoyed us taking all of this territory. And I'm looking forward to see you guys next time. Bye bye.